Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Fire Emblem New Mystery the Emblem. In the last episode, we saved the Grustian heirs, and we also got them as allies for our team as well, because Yumina and Yubello are both playable. But we also got to see some old faces, and they actually joined our army as well. We got Ogma, Sirius, which is Camus, and Castor. Although we won't be using Castor, we will be using Sirius, and we will be using Ogma, because I like both of those characters, and they're actually they're closer to my favorite characters from the original cast, and also from, basically, Camus is one of my favorite characters of all time, just because I like the idea of a villain character that ends up fixing what he did wrong and end up becoming a good character in the end. Because Camus, in the original game, was not a playable character. But in the second game, which was Alm's game, he ends up becoming playable and he's known as Zeke. But he has amnesia. And he's in a completely new country that he was never in before, because Archanea is right next to Valencia. It's basically right over the sea based on how I understand it. And at the end of Fire Emblem for the Shadows of Valencia / the Valencian arc, Zeke ends up going back to Archanea as Sirius in order to kind of right the wrongs from what I understand. So, with that, with our new and improved version of Camus, we're going to be getting into Chapter 5, Liberation of Grust, and apparently Hardin has betrayed us, and he's been planning to invade Altea since the very beginning based on our understanding, because he got us to leave our castle with our high-ranking knights, and there's literally basically no one at Altea, so he basically just ran in and completely took over Altea under our noses while we were doing jobs for him, and apparently we're now officially a part of the Grustian rebellion, I guess you could say in a way, even though we're about to liberate them. So, with that, let's begin. Chapter 5, I am ready for you. Chapter 5, Liberation of Grust. Okay, Oldburn Keep. Okay, I don't know where Oldburn would be, but apparently it's somewhere in Grust. I'm guessing the Grustian Castle would be the best bet to kind of guess where we are. The shocking news brought by Seda was a terrible blow to Marth. Hardin was once not only a comrade in arms, but a trusted confidant, an irreplaceable friend. Yet, why attack Altea? What have I done wrong? Filled with frustration, Marth hurried his return to his homeland, but the first barrier stood in his way. Oldburn Keep headquarters of the Grustian Occupation Army, led by the evil General Lang, also known as the Nest of Evil. Okay, and with that, let's do this. Spooks, it's been decided that we're going to war with the Archaneans. Archanea will not be an easy opponent. They have one of the most powerful militaries on the continent. We're ready to face anything, sir. Although we still lack experience, I admit we have to grow stronger. Indeed. Spooks, are you aware of the drill grounds that operate across the continent? Drill grounds, sir? It costs a bit of money, but if you go practice in one, you can get stronger. It might be a good idea to let one or more inexperienced men have a go. Okay, and I'm guessing that's basically arena. It seems like it is. Okay, so basically you can pay money to get some experience. I'm guessing you don't get money back, maybe? Because it's not specifically named arena, so I'm guessing it's more of a... Basically, you just get experience based on it. Which, honestly, isn't bad. Honestly, it's better than the arena in a way, because you can kind of abuse the arena. But this sounds like something you won't be able to completely abuse like you can with the arena, if it is the way I'm kind of thinking it would be. I guess there's one way we can check, and let's send, like, Katria in or something, just to kind of see what happens. Because, actually, no, not Katria. Let's do... Who would be the best person? Let's do Sirius, since he's basically ready and set for this. So let's just do 2 hits with our Steel Lance here and kind of see how this works. Because honestly, I don't know how the the fight monger works in this game, because in the old games, the arena would give you money and some other stuff, but based on what we can see, okay, so basically, yeah, you can just do chain challenges and stuff. Okay, it's good to know, because the reason is because, if I remember correctly, yeah, the arena didn't exactly, wasn't a thing in Fire Emblem Awakening, and this seems like the last game that they had the arena, and they kind of nerfed it in a way, it looks like, and then they completely got rid of it in Awakening. Okay, honestly, it's not the worst game thing. I honestly like this kind of more than the arena, because then you can't completely abuse it, like I was saying, because you don't throw money in and then get money back. You just throw money in to get experience for units that kind of need it. Honestly, I might use that to get everyone to level 8, which I might do that, and maybe get a level for Sirius since he didn't do much fighting in the last episode. I think we'll do that, and then, honestly, that sounds like a good idea. So, we'll do that after I do a small cut, since we will be doing a small cut in between to kind of mess around with our inventory, and also make sure that, everything's all ready. Let's do a how's everyone to see if anything's, in here for us. I feel well today. Not a bad feeling. Strength and luck temporarily increased. I'll take that, honestly. That's not bad. So, we get some extra stats for Ogma for today, and wow, that is a lot of things. Okay, I guess we'll start reading through these. Okay, first one is Rickard. And if I remember, Rickard was the male thief that kind of looked like a female thief, if I remember correctly, because, they're very feminine looking in their original portrait. But yeah, he definitely fits the bill for what Nintendo wanted his character to be, based on what I can tell from basically how he acts in the original game, and basically how his story ends in the original game. He basically fits where I'm kind of expecting where they kind of based his character based on. I think they wanted him to kind of be kind of like a Libra character, I guess you could say. Because Libra is basically the, what evolved from Rickard's character, based on what I can tell, because everyone kind of thinks that Libra is a female knight, or barbarian, or basically bishop. He's a bishop in that game. And basically, they think he's a female, but he's not, because he just looks like a female, and Rickard is the same way, and for some reason, everyone kind of confuses them, because obviously, the Nintendo made them feminine for a reason, and it was to kind of have like a fun little playthrough with the characters thinking that they were girls to begin with, even though they're not. Basically, it's how I'm seeing how Nintendo worked with that. But honestly, I could be wrong. That's kind of how I understand it, though, because that's how I've always thought they meant to go with Libra's character and Rickard's, based on portraits and how people react to them. So, with that, let's continue, though. Hey Spooks, there's something bothering me. If I'm not mistaken, my pal lives around here. Your pal? Yeah, a thief called Rickard. I washed my hands of thievery, but I hear Rickard continued his thieving ways. If you see him, leave him to me. I'll persuade him to quit the shady business. Okay, we can definitely do that. So apparently Rickard and Barst are on the map, which they are indeed because of the fact that I did write down who's recruitable and how to get everyone. George is on the map. I did write this down. But we have to stay away from George because we don't want to accidentally knock him out. Since he isn't recruitable in this chapter, he will be in a future chapter based on what I read. So we need to stay away from George, even though he is on the map. And we can't recruit him because for some reason he's not recruitable yet, even though he is on the field. I don't know why. But let's continue. Okay, what you got for me, Ogma? Sir Ogma, is something troubling you? Yes, I am indeed troubled. About a former subordinate of mine, a man named Barst. Sir Barst, was it? When you say subordinate, you mean from Talus? Yes, he used to be a mercenary fighting for King Talus and Princess Seda, just like me. After the previous war was over, it seems he had an idea and left it for Archanea. Then he's with the enemy. No, it seems he did join the Archanean army, but left it because he tired of fighting. If you happen to meet Barst, I'll talk to him. Leave him to me. Okay, we can definitely do that. So we now know who should talk to them. Thankfully, since we have Ogma and Julian talking about them and saying, please let me talk to them. They more than likely will join us, which is indeed who we need to use for both of them, thankfully. Okay, so we got some current statuses for Chapter 5 as well, so let's check out what our current status is. My greatest fear has been realized. Emperor Halden of Archanea planned to invade our kingdom from the very start. If we consider the speed of this invasion, with the Grustian expedition and the rebellion in Macedon were no doubt traps. Make no mistake of it, the Archanean army is now our enemy. We will be returning to Altea, after going through the stronghold of Lang's occupation army, that is. We cannot let Lang be, especially after he ensnared our kingdom and tormented the people of Grust. Definitely so. We need to get rid of Lord Lang. Other than that, it looks like we got some supports for Roderick, Katria, and we also have Julian as well, but we also have a Luke and Roderick one as well. Ooh. Okay, I would like to see what goes on with Luke and Roderick in a second, but let's do Roderick and Spooks first. Spooks, what are you doing? I'm going through my belongings. I was going to get rid of some tools I no longer use and books I finished reading. When I first volunteered to be a knight, I imagined I would always be traveling lightly. That's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I've gradually picked up a lot of items since then, and I only just noticed how bad the situation's gotten. These books look difficult. Have you read them? Yes, all of them. Strategy and tactics are always important after all. True. I see. Can I have them? Oh, sure, I don't mind. Thank you. We'll see you later. Sure, I'll see you at the War Council? Yeah, definitely. I see. You're not just coasting on talent. You're putting it all into this effort every day, aren't you? It definitely seems like so. And now we have Katria and Spooks. Greetings. You are, Prince Marth's Royal Guard, Spooks, correct? And you are Dame Katria of the Macedonian White Wings. Just Katria is fine. Thanks, we're comrades, so I'd be happy if we could talk normally between us. Alright, I'd like that too. We've already fought together for a while. That we have. And I've seen you battle many times. You fight with peerless devotion to protect Prince Marth. Just as I expect from Prince Marth's Royal Guard. I'm honored. Thank you, for your praise. I've watched you fight too. You're incredibly powerful. I admire you as a warrior. You embarrass me. In the coming battles, I bet we'll fight together many more times. I'm counting on you. Honestly, very much. And honestly, because, we did unlock Seda, I feel like we should, since we used Seda in the original game, we're actually going to trade out Seda for Katria. Because, one, I wanted to play with the White Wings, but we really didn't get the chance to in the last series. So I'm going to use one of the White Wings, and we're also going to use Minerva if at all possible. Because I don't know if we're going to have enough unit slots for everybody. I'm kind of going to mix and match everyone for who I want to use. If we can't put Minerva on the field, then we might just skip over her. Because I want to make sure that we use the 7th platoon, but I also want to use some of the units that I have always wanted to use, like Sirius and Katria. So, with that, we do have to kind of leave Drog behind in this episode, because we will be using him eventually again, but we only have 11 slots, based on my understanding, so we won't be able to use him in today's episode, and then we'll maybe be able to use him in the next episode, hopefully. But other than that, yeah, I'm definitely going to be using Katria over Seda in this series, for sure, because I want to use Katria, because she's my favorite of the White Wings, based on what I've told you before, and she's actually one of my favorite units to use in Fire Emblem Heroes, because she was actually one of the first units that I got as a 5-star for plus 10ing, which she's actually really fun to use when you plus 10 her, because she's actually a really good defensive tank if you build her that way. And she's actually pretty fun to use as well, because she actually has high attack as well on top of that. So, other than that, let's actually continue. Yes, likewise. And likewise indeed. So, we also have Julian and Spooks. So we actually get to learn from Julian now, since I kind of threw him to the side in the original series. but thankfully he gets his chance this time around since, apparently, although there is no assassin class in this game, thieves become level 30 in this game, and Julian has really good growth based on what I can see. So he's going to be very, very good to keep on our team, so we will be using him. So I'm very happy to say that we will be using Julian this time round. Sir Julian, I see you're headed out. May I ask where to?
Just as I expect from Prince Marth's knight. You got on to me quickly. The truth is, I was actually going to secretly gather information. I want to find clues as to where Lena might be.
Honestly, I feel like Archanea has them. Based on, what was it? Elise is missing now, based on what we know. And we also know that Lena's missing, but we also know that Maria's missing. So I have a feeling that maybe the Archanea has captured them all. But why only clerics is the real thing? I don't understand that. All of them are clerics, and I know that Elise is a cleric. So it is really weird. I wonder what's going on with that, because I have no clue. I see. Sister Lena was a special someone, wasn't she? Well, Julian technically likes her, based on what I can understand.
Yeah, I used to be a common thief, but thanks to her, I turned over a new leaf. I don't care what happens to me, I just want to see her smile again.
Sir Julian, if you allow me, please let me help too.
Is that alright?
Yeah, that desire to do something for those precious to you is something I know very well. Definitely. He wants to make sure Prince Marth is perfectly fine and safe, and that's basically what he wants to do, so he can see why you would want to protect somebody. And specifically, he wants to protect Marth, and he's going to do everything he can in order to protect him, because that was basically what his grandfather wanted him to do. I still don't know who his grandfather exactly was, because I forgot to actually look into that. But I will be doing that in between this episode and the next one, because I should more than likely get ready to know who that was, because I have yet to actually research that. So, with that, Luke and Roderick. Okay, let's do this.
Hey Roderick, why did you volunteer to become a knight?
My family is poor. It's simple really. If I want my family to eat, I need to earn money for them. So if you're asking for my reason, it would be my family. That's the gist of it, I suppose.
I see. That's a pretty heavy reason.
Then what made you volunteer, Luke?
Oh, me. Because knights get all the ladies, duh.
Seriously? That's your only reason? And remember how I said that his nickname would obviously be Romeo? There's proof. We just got our proof there. All he thinks... what I just read Roderick said. Oh my god. What, you volunteered as a knight to get laid? Why is that a line in this game? I've never heard them say that before in the lines, and that is definitely a line I never expected to read in a Fire Emblem game.
Well, kinda. What's wrong with that? As long as I do my job right, how do my motives matter?
Indeed. I can't deny that your performance has been stellar, but the thought of what you've only come this far because of the ladies sends shivers down my spine. You're an idiot.
Well, to each his own, they say.
Okay, I guess. Okay, Romeo, keep doing what you're doing, I'm guessing. As long as you're a good unit on my army, as long as you're trying, we're definitely gonna keep you around, because, wow, that is a reason, I guess. Not a reason I would use, but okay. I guess it is, Mr. Romeo, sir. But other than that, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go in, make sure everyone's nice and ready. Like I said, I'm gonna use the drill grounds to get everyone to level 8. And I'm also going to mess around with the inventory real quick. So with that, BRB, and I'll see you guys very shortly. Okay, now that I got my units situated, and we also have them in the perfect spots, we're going to be, as I said, I'm going to be dropping Drog off just for this chapter, just because I need to make sure that I want to use Sirius so I can get some support conversations with him, because that is my main focus, is to get any kind of support conversations with him if I can, because I really want to, I'm really invested when it comes to Sirius's character. So, other than that, I think we're pretty much ready. We have everyone with their items that I want them to have. And we also have the units in perfect positions when it comes to Julian, because Julian can actually run right up to Rickard in this specific position right here. And then Ogma is right in the position of actually talking to Barst. So, other than that, I think we're ready. So, let's do this. So let's conclude preparations. And I also leveled up Katri at level 9, because I wanted to see if maybe I can get her into a nice position, because I need her to actually flank the Wyvern Knights in the top. We're over by the mountains. You'll see them in a second, but let's do this.
Commander Ling, the Altean army has arrived.
You moron. What are you so panicked about?
With the nation and our name in ruins, the Alteans are no consequence to us. But Sir George's archers left to quell the rebellion. Can we win with just our troops?
Why didn't you tell me earlier?
Call George back to the castle this instant. While you're there, find me hired sword, Navarre, and bring him here. General Torres, I'm heading inside. You will defend this location till your last breath. Do not let the enemy get close. Do I make myself clear?
Okay, definitely does make himself clear. But here's what I was saying. George is on the field, and based on what I've read, he won't move, so thankfully we don't have to worry about him chasing us. I don't know about his allies, so we will be careful about that, but we're about to find out what's going on here.
Captain George, we've received orders to return to the castle immediately.
Orders from Lang, huh? I'm not fond of that man. His treatment of our people is simply intolerable. To work beneath him is an insult. Pay his orders no mind.
But Captain, you'll be accused of treason. Captain, you can't be planning to defect to Altea.
No, that's not an option. If I were to defect now, I'd drag the entire platoon down with me. So, for that reason alone, I will be absolutely not take any risks that might besmirch my own name.
Captain George?
Anyway, inform everyone. Do not move from your stations. However, if the enemy approaches, you may engage them. Okay, so based on what I can understand there, they're not going to move at all. Okay, cool. Because we can't recruit George yet. I read that he's going to be recruitable in a later chapter, so we do need to be careful. Because if you were to attack him here, I think you can accidentally kill him, or he will kill you, based on him being a level 5 sniper, and these all being level 1 snipers. I don't think it's a good idea to even attack him to begin with, and obviously if you recruit George, you're going to be getting the Parthia boat anyway, so there's no point in attacking him. Basically, it would be for just experience if you don't want to use him. But I'm trying to go for a 100% run for recruiting everybody, so we're obviously not going to be attacking him. So, let's see here. First off first is we should talk to Rickard first, so let's get him nice and situated.
Hey Rickard, you tired of stealing?
Oh, Chief, how nice to see you. Well, I was planning on working with you and, making loads of money, but you had to go and quit the business. Falling head over heels for that beautiful cleric, and then dumped me. That's just too cruel. Did our love really mean that little to you?
Can it, you think? People would get the wrong idea about us if you keep talking like that. Anyway, forget that about thieving, and come with me to fight for justice.
Alright then. I'll follow you anywhere. I do adore you, Chief. Okay, and now we have Rickard. Won't be using him since I like Julian more, so sadly Rickard won't be being used by me. He will be ending up going into the barracks because we had the chance to use Rickard in the original game. And honestly, I like Julian's character a little bit more because, one, he's more important to the story, so honestly I want to use Julian. And I didn't get to use him in the original game because he just wasn't really my thing in that game. He was very situational and he was only made to open up chests in that game. Thankfully he's able to fight in this game, so we don't need to worry about that one. So we will be using, thankfully I will be able to use Julian this time around, thankfully. Okay, other than that, we need to go move Ogma over to our buddy Barst over here, so let's do that real quick, and let's talk on to him. Hey, Barst. Long time no see, Barst.
Captain Ogma, what are you doing here?
Another war started, and once again I fight under the Prince Marth's banner. Barst, lend us your strength, we need you.
I got nothing to do with fighting now. Well, that's what I would say if you were anyone else. Captain, I owe you. You've saved our sorry asses more than one occasion than one. Captain Ogma, just say the word, I'll do whatever you want.
Okay, cool. Welcome to the team, Barst. Okay, we didn't get to use him in the original game because axe wielders were really bad in the original. So we might end up using Barst, I'm not sure. I don't know how many slots we got to use, so honestly I have no clue if we get to use them or not. Other than that, we need to keep moving our characters. We can have Sirius go to this over here, so you do this, Camus, and we're going to have you check out this house over here. You know, lately I haven't seen that mercenary Samto. I thought he might have joined the ranks, but I guess not. He's a lax as I can get, but you can't go wrong with his skill. Samto? Never heard of him. Okay. I got no clue who Samto is. I guess the best thing to do here is just make sure everyone's moving. We're going to actually split up our ranks here in the next second, so that's actually our real plan here. So we need to make sure some of our units are going down to this bottom side, and we also need to make sure units are going to the top side as well. Capture, you move here, and then make sure Mauricia is following everyone else. And then Spooks, you can go right next to Ryan, I guess. Other than that, I'm not sure where we should go other than that, but I feel like these should be some pretty good positions. So we do have to worry about the 2 fireball wielders over here, and the thief that's running away with the Master Seal, so we will be chasing him down in a second. Can we actually knock him out? Yes, we can. Okay, Camus, I'm going to actually have you smack this guy into submission by using 1 durability of your iron sword for a 1-shot on this guy. And easy peasy. Not bad, and now we have another Master Seal, so now we have 2. Okay. Let's see here. So, what I can see here is maybe we should go for anyone low on HP. Julian is. What do I want to do here? We can move Katria out into the mountains, which is what I want to do, since she's the only one that can kind of get these Wyvern Knights to move, so we're going to have her do that. And then Luke, I'm going to have you go down here, and you're actually going to start dragging out these guys, because I need you to pull out these guys so we can actually start dealing with the bottom half of the map. Okay, other than that, Barst, I don't know what to do with you yet. Ogma, not sure yet. Ryan might be able to one-shot one of these guys, so I'm actually going to have him do that in a second. Honestly, it looks like it's just better to use a steel bow here since we want to save killer bow charges. So let's just use our steel bow for Ryan here, knock out one of these guys for free. Not bad, not bad. We got some pure water out of that, which is always good. Other than that, Marth, you keep making your way up top since we need you to go all the way to the top left of the map to get to this village over here. I don't know what our reward for that is because there's no one inside a village to be recruited, so it's more than likely an item of some sort. So we might as well make our way that way. Other than that, you go over here, Roderick. Follow Luke. Cecile, I'm gonna have you follow our buddy Camus over there. That sounds like a good idea. And then we don't need Rickard, so he's not going to be getting any experience here. And then Ogma, not sure. Julian might be able to get a freebie here, so we might as well do that actually. So Julian, you go for the double on this mage over here, since this is basically free since you double for free. And you get a random crit for style points. Okay, I'll take it. Free style points is always good to see. Okay. Other than that, we need Barst in the bottom half of the map since we don't need too many people topside. So I'm going to have Mauricia heal up Barst here since this is basically free. Free experience is free experience. Might as well get it. Okay, Spooks, you go bottom left. Ogma, we really don't even need you over here, so let's just have you go bottom left as well. We only need a small army to go top left. And then everyone else needs to be bottom side in order for this to work, I think. Because I'm pretty sure the Ballisticans, we need to kind of like rush them to the point where they can't do anything. So this is going to be the best case scenario for us here, is just push everyone into that area and then just push right on through them, because we need to get in the range where we're two movement away from them, so we basically get a freebie at knocking them out, but we need 2 horsebacks to kind of get in range to do that, is the thing. Okay, hopefully Cecile should be fine here. I think we double twice here. no matter what we do, so we don't need to worry too much, but she is a little low now. Okay, other than that, I think we're pretty much fine here. Okay, Marth, I'm actually going to have you knock out this guy. Honestly, you could just use your iron sword here. It's basically a one-shot. Might as well just waste a durability of an iron sword than waste anything else. So, take that. Close to getting a level there. Okay, not bad, not bad. I'm also going to... let's do Vulnerability here to heal up Cecile. And then we can move Sirius here to do our save for this chapter, since we need to make a nice area to kind of like make a little bit of a cushion here. So let's save on this one. Not bad. Okay, now we have a small cushion here to kind of work. Okay. Other than that, who should we move here? Maybe Julian, because I can maybe move Julian into position. No, I can't. I was kind of hoping for a free experience gain there. Other than that, so let's see here. We can pull over the wyverns from here. So, Katria, you sit here. I don't think we need to hold the javelin, do we? Do they have any long range? No, they don't. Okay, we can perfectly hold our iron lance then. Okay, you sit here, Katria. That should work for you. Other than that, Ryan, I guess you can start making your way down there. Richard's fine. Ogma's fine. Barst won't be able to even get in position for that. Luke. Honestly, Roderick can go for this, honestly. So, Roderick, you go for the freebie right here. And then I'm going to have Luke kind of run it in. Kind of just pull in the rest of the generals here. Or knights, I mean. So where's their movement? They go to... this guy's got a javelin, so honestly right here should be good. Let's pull them in as much as possible. And then we can move Mauricia here to heal Julian real quick. That seems like a decent idea. Then we can get the free experience, and then Julian can make his way towards the next section we need him to be at. Okay, Spooks down here as well. Ogma as well, as far as you could possibly go, bud. And then Barst as far as he can go as well. Perfect. Okay, other than that, I think we moved everyone except for Rickard. Yes, we have. Okay, other than that, let's end our turn, and we should be perfectly fine.
Prediction 44.5 degrees. And fire.
Fire indeed. Okay, he only does 8 damage, so we're perfectly fine here. Okay, good. I was kind of worried how much damage these guys would do, and it looks like we would have taken 16 damage if we got hit there, but thankfully Luke is perfectly fine in moving where he is, because the Blitzkins seem to have low accuracy, which is really good for us. Okay, other than that, we're pretty much fine here, thankfully. Okay, get ready for a javelin hit. Thankfully it only does 1 damage to us, so we're perfectly fine there. Cecile's gonna have to fight this guy in order to progress, which is not bad for us. I could have thrown on her lady sword actually, which I probably should have done, and this actually might be a level for her. Nope. But Marth is getting closer. Honestly, as long as we're getting any kind of increase here, it works for us in the long run. Okay, as long as Katria can fight these guys by herself, this would be working out perfectly. Because we need to make sure we can fight all 3 of these Wyvern Knights. Either with Katria, or even with, maybe Cecile or or Camus, if he can make it into the area on the top left and kind of pull him in. I'm not sure how we're going to do this yet, but it looks like Katria can do this by herself, thankfully. Okay, Marth, I'm going to have you start making your way top left as well, because we need you to. Cecile, you're going to actually knock out this guy, since this is basically free experience. Might as well grab it. And there we go. Perfect. Gain that little bit of experience, and then throw in Sirius as far as he can go, or Camus. I keep calling him Sirius, even though his real name's Camus. And it's kind of a mistake on my part, because his name is Sirius in game files, and in the normal game he is called Sirius. So it's kind of hard saying him, because he goes from Camus to Zeke to Sirius, so he basically has 3 aliases. So honestly, it makes sense why I would get confused every now and again for his name. Okay, other than that, let's see here. We can maybe... How do I want to do this? Based on what I can see here, the best thing we can possibly do would be to run in Barst, maybe, have him throw in Hand Axe, knock out this guy right here, because he'll, no matter what, 77 times 2 for 2 hits is more than likely going to knock him out. Okay, other than that, throw Spooks in here. We're going to take some free damage here. Maybe. We might not have to, but I'm gonna more than likely do this just because I feel like we can maybe get rid of the Ballistican. So Spooks, you're gonna get rid of this Knight, and then we're gonna run Luke and Roderick right into that Ballistican at the end of the road. And I think that would be a good idea, because then we can drop one of the Ballisticans, making it easier for Katria to move around, but also getting this guy off the field. Okay, Steel Sword should do 18 damage here. Okay, and as long as our Javelin for Roderick does a decent amount of damage, and we more than likely will double this guy. Let's see here. It does. Okay, so 3 damage, so as long as we hit twice here, we should be fine. So hopefully Andy got a crit for style points. Thank you, Roderick. And there we go. That makes it totally easy for us to kind of get in here. So cool, cool, cool. Okay, we can easily move, actually, do we need to move Julian yet? No, we don't. We can heal him first, and then we can move him. We'll take advantage of the free heal, because they're more than likely going to attack Julian since he has lower defense when we send him on through there. And we also got some magic for Marisha here. Okay, magic, speed, and luck. Not bad. That's actually really good, since she'll be recruiting, or once we eventually get her to level 10-ish, somewhere around there, we'll be able to turn her into a magic dealer. And she'll also be able to heal as well, which is really good. So that actually works out perfectly for us. Okay, Ryan, you keep making your way over, bud. Okay, other than that, who's still not moved? Katria. Okay, we need to move her. Need to make sure that this guy is down. So, let's see here. Where does this Ballistican attack, actually? Making sure I'm not in the position of getting attacked there. Okay, we're perfectly fine to move there. And as long as we move on this side of this Wyvern Knight, we can pull over the other guy. He'll double me, but I'll only take 6 damage, so we'll be perfectly fine if he attacks us. Okay, just making sure, because we don't want Katria to accidentally go down here for no reason. I'm trying to play as safe as possible, but also playing where I feel like we'll be safe enough to do some of these moves, and play, more like, what I mean is, like, I want to play aggressive enough to be able to make some of these moves, but also play safe enough to where we won't be one-shotted for no reason, because I'm playing too stupid. So I'm trying to play my normal playstyle, but also with a little bit of safety to it, is basically how I'm doing this. And thankfully, I was right on him not being able to one-shot us. Okay, so although Spooks almost got completely slaughtered there, we were safe enough to do what we did. Okay, so other than that, we do actually need to move Katria, so let's see here. What's the safest position here? Does this guy move more than me? He does. Okay. So the safest thing for Katria here is because he will one-shot us with the 7, we can actually use a Vulnerary here, heal her up to 16, and he'll double me, or he'll one-hit me, and then we'll double him, knocking him out. It actually works out perfectly. Okay, Camus, since you're over here, let's actually go to this house over here, might as well.
Oh, Alteans, hear our plea. Please defeat General Lane. As long as that man lives, peace is but a fleeting dream.
That kind of rhymes, actually. Okay, I'm gonna have Cecile run through there. Marth, I'm gonna have you go... Actually, we could pull him over, actually. He might attack Marth. That might actually be a good idea, since Marth is actually close to leveling. You know what? Let's do that. That actually might be a smart idea. And he might actually not get knocked out, and then I can use Cecile to get the rest of that experience. That might actually be good. Let's do that. Okay, other than that, what can we do here? Based on what I can see, we need to get Spooks out of position, because of the fact that if we do this wrong, Spooks is going to get knocked out, and then we have to redo everything. So let's move him out of safety so we don't have to worry. Move Barth as far as possible. Luke, I'm going to have you run this guy in for, let's do Steel Sword. As much damage as we possibly can, and it also looks like we get a start sign for knocking this guy out. What is his start sign, actually? Gemini. Gives you +1 magic and +1 in strength. Wait, he has a +1 in magic, but basically it's just 1 magic. I don't know who I want to throw that onto. I might throw that onto Spooks, because that makes me 6 strength and 10 magic. That's not bad. Honestly, I'm not sure. That actually sounds really good, though. Okay, let's move Ryan in. Move Ogma as far as possible as well. Move Roderick in as much as possible and have him in range to... Let's do the Steel Lance here. That seems like a good idea. Do as much damage as possible. And then, based on what I can see here, because of the fact that, we have Julian where he is, he might be able to move out of range of that ballistic hit now. HP, skill, and speed for Roderick, not bad, and he's level 9, and he got a weapon increase. Okay, so now he's a C rank in lances, that means he can use steel lances now. So he shouldn't be able to attack me as long as I'm next to him, right? So yeah, let's move right here, right to safety. And then Rickard, I guess you could just do what you're doing, buddy. Just stay around, and that should be pretty much this map over and done with. He can attack somebody, but he's more than likely not going to be able to do enough damage, which I was right. Okay, Roderick's going to start dealing with these guys. I don't know if we double them, do we? If we don't, that's actually good for us. Nope, we double them. Okay, so Roderick's going to soak up some experience that we could be giving to other people here, but... honestly, it still works, honestly, in the end. Because we can always just do the, what do you call it? Style points for the crits. Not bad. What's with all the style points to knock out people in this episode, based on what I keep saying? Oh, and this guy's got a javelin, so we get to actually keep at least a little bit of the 3 experience. Oh, that guy used a vulnerary as well. Wow. Will we actually be able to knock him out, though? No, we don't. Okay, Okay, the best thing I can think of doing here is just pulling him over to Marth, actually. Can this guy move anywhere near the people on the bridge? No, he can't. Okay, so he's for sure going to attack one of these. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, Cecile, I'm going to have you keep going left. Other than that, we still got to deal with the bottom half map here. Okay, so what should we do here? Based on what I can see, Luke could go for this. Julian could go for this. Ryan's nowhere nearby. Rickard's nowhere nearby. Mauricia is close enough, but Mauricia doesn't have any damage dealing, so there's no point. But we can... Oh wait, we only have men's staffs now. Well, let's waste a men's staff to get some experience. Spooks can't even get close to that. Honestly, we could go for Burst here, maybe. Doubling will not give it to us. Okay, so Burst won't be able to get this. But we could possibly do this instead. Julian, you go for the... No, he can't even get the knockout. Okay, then. How about here? No, you can't. Okay, I don't know what to do here, then. How about Luke here? You go for the double on this guy. But... let's see here. I'm seeing if we can maybe give this to Julian. Okay, this will do 24 damage, so we don't want to do that. But we can do 20 damage here if we use the Iron Lance, so let's do that. It seems like a better idea here, because that will give Julian the experience, which is what I want. I want to make sure he's always nice and ready and getting every stat he needs, because we need to make him a little bit bulkier, and the best way of doing that is by giving him levels. Okay, other than that, we could run Barst in here now, and maybe go for the Steel Axe, so let's try that, since I might use Barst this time around. So let's knock out Taurus.
General Ling, Altea's too strong.
Yes, we are, and down you go, buddy. And that might be a level for Barst here, actually. Yeah, it is. Perfect. Just enough. Perfect. HP, skill, speed, and luck and defense. Not bad. That's a really good level. And we also got the Gemini star symbol. Perfect. So that means we get +1 to both strength and magic now, which is really good, and we can use that on anyone. Based on my understanding, I think we can trade it over. So other than that, Ogma could get in position there. Honestly, I want this for Julian more, honestly. So, Julian, you just double with your Iron Sword here, bud. And then I guess we just move Marth over to that village, and then I guess we can just do a small cut in order to get to the castle. And we got some... Yes, 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 this is perfect. HP, strength, skill, and speed. That's really good. That's a really good level there. Oh no, Ryan's in the way. Okay, Ogma, I need you to move there. It might focus... Hopefully focus him on Marth instead? I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. Okay. Based on that, no one else on the field other than this Wyvern Knight, and we just need to move Marth over to this village, and then we can do a small cut. Okay, not bad, not bad. And he is going for Marth, thankfully. And thankfully, since we have the Iron Sword out, we can actually use this to our advantage and never... Oh, actually, we didn't knock him out with the crit. Even though we got that style point crit, we actually didn't knock him out. Okay, that actually works. But I don't think Cecile's in range anymore, though. HP, strength, skills, speed, luck, and defense. Really good level. Okay. Other than that, yeah, Cecile's no longer in range. Okay, so we need to figure out what we want to do here. We could go for the free experience for Katria here, honestly. We can see if we can get her to level 11, because I'm going to see if we can kind of max out their levels before we do the increasing of the Master Seals and stuff, because that's how I would normally do it. Strength, skill, speed, not bad, that's really good. Okay, I don't know if max is 20 in this game or not, because in the original it was 20 for all stats, for the max stat you could get. So if it is, then it's unfortunate, but honestly, that's actually really good for her level, because 11 strength is really good for Pegasus Knight, based on my experience in the original. Because the original Pegasus Knights were really, really bad, and the only good one was Est. I almost said trash, but they weren't bad unless you stat boosted them, other than Est. Est was basically free. But I did read ahead, and I saw that there was a secret shop here, so we will be using our new free little VIP card that we got from Rickard, and let's see here. It looks like, well, it does say shopkeeper, but it's more than likely Anna.
Why, hello. How did you find this place? What will it be today?
I'm gonna actually buy a Master Seal off of you.
That goes for about 2,500 gold. How about it?
Yes, sirree, and thank you for the one and only Master Seal on this map for the secret shop. So we got 3 Master Seals now, so we can use that whenever we want. So that means 3 improved classes at any point we want. Honestly, I might use one early on Mauritia so she can actually fight, because that'll help her out a little bit, since she is kind of needing that in order to... Because if we turn her into a bishop, she'll be able to heal, and she'll be able to attack, and then she won't be as frail, because she's frail right now, and there's an easy chance she could get easily destroyed on accidents if we aren't paying attention. So, just in case, we will be paying attention to that. Other than that, it looks like we're... Oh, never mind, there's bandits on the field.
Ooh, ready, boys? Look at all that ruckus. Never a better time to attack than a bunch of villages.
Okay, well, there's only one village on the map, and Marth's literally about to touch it, so no village for you, Mr. Bandit.
Oh, if it isn't Prince Marth, I wondered how my granddaughter Lena is faring.
Oh, it's the same elder from earlier.
What? You don't know? I see. Then do you still want this harmony staff? At least if Lena's pupil Mauritia were around.
Oh no, wait. It wasn't... It was... We didn't see the his grandfather, or her grandfather yet. We saw him in the original game. But that I got it mixed up because we met him in the original game and he gave us the Hammer staff. But it was the grandma of Mauritia that we saw earlier. That's who I got him mixed up with.
At least if Lena's pupil Mauritia were around, I'm sure she could use it. Well, whatever be the case, I've no use for a souvenir. Please make good use of it.
Okay, we'll definitely be using that, since I was actually wrong on us being able to fix items. Forging is only to increase the might of your weapons, so you still need to use the Hammer staff in order to do all that. So we do need to keep that in mind. Other than that, we might do a cut here, but I want to get rid of this last guy real quick, so honestly, let's see if we can get some free experience here, if at all possible. Looks like we can maybe run Luke in here. But honestly, we might be able to run Cecile right into this thief, so you know what? I might do that instead. So honestly, the best thing I can think of is moving you here, remove your weapon so you don't knock him out, and then pull him in, and then have Cecile get the knockout. That's honestly what I'll do there. Then we can just use this time to heal up Burst for free experience. Maybe giving, nope, not enough for 10. But we will be definitely getting level 10 for Mauritia soon, which is really good. So, I'll be right back. I'm going to do a small cut so we can go straight to the seizing the castle. So BRB, boys and girls, and I'll see you very shortly. Okay, now that Marth is now in position, we can actually do this. So, I was able to get Mauritia up to level 11, and I feel like it's about time we turn her into a bishop, since she's only able to get experience through healing right now. So it might be in our best interest to actually level her up into a bishop early, just because, one, it makes it so she can protect herself, and also it makes it so she can actually have anything to do other than just healing. So, with that, let's use our first Master Seal of the game and turn her into a bishop. And there we go, just like so. We now have our first promoted unit by our own hands. And we get plus 6 HP, plus 1 strength, +2 magic, +1 skill, +1 speed, +2 defense, +1 resistance, and +1 movement. That is really good. Okay, I actually am very happy I did that. And we got a weapon increase on our staffs, so we're maxed out on staffs, I think, now. And we now have the ability to use Fire Tome now, which is really good. So, other than that, I was able to get that level for Cecile, and she actually was able to get a strength stat out of it, which was really good. Other than that, nothing else happened. I did find out I can get steel weapons from this, so I'm gonna, in between episodes, I'm actually gonna go back to the save that I used over here, and we're actually gonna go and mess around with the steel items here and convoy some of it, so I can make sure to have it for the next episode. So, other than that, let's do this, and let's end off this chapter. So, let's seize the castle, and finish this off. Map clear, just like so. Easy peasy. And here we go.
Sire, we finally seized control of Grust. However, a number of enemies are concealed within the castle. Our job here is far from over.
Yes, I know. Lang must be stopped here and now, or else we forsake the people of Grust. Sire, I too do not intend to let him go. Say the word, and with these very hands.
This Lang we are talking about, we don't know what he's planning. Spooks, we must take extra caution when fighting inside the castle.
Yeah, definitely. There's so many places inside a castle you can hide units, so there's definitely reinforcements. And they also talked about, Navarre being on their side. We don't know that, but us personally, because we heard it in the third person, we do know that they have Navarre on their side, apparently. So we will be more than likely getting Navarre in the next episode then. That sounds like a cool thing. We also heard about a guy called Samto. I don't know who that is, but based on the villager, they said that he would have been on our team, more than likely. But he's not with us, so I have no clue who the Samto guy is. But other than that, this was a fun chapter, honestly. We got a lot done, and we also got a really good upgrade, because now that we have a bishop, we can use that to our advantage, because we have 2 magic dealers now, and we also have a unit that can also heal but use magic, which makes it so we don't have to worry about, one, she can protect herself now, so if she does get attacked, she isn't sitting there doing nothing and just getting attacked and attacked and attacked. Now she can actually throw a fireball and do a little bit of damage, and even maybe knock out some enemies for some free levels. So honestly, that works out perfectly. And with that, thank you all for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.